Have you ever finished a book and thought, how do I move on with the rest of my life? Many readers don't want to close off the feelings that stick with them after reading the end. That's the feeling we writers want to give our readers. And creating the right ending plays a major role in having what we write stir powerful feelings. That's because endings give stories power. In the same way that life decisions we make have weight, because most of us will have an end. A story carries weight because what happens leads to an end. In crafting an ending, we strive to discover how everything leads to it in a way that feels fulfilling and that can also subvert readers' expectations. Let me share 3 exercises for revising or experimenting with endings in our stories. First, make your characters fail. We don't want protagonists to fail. We also don't want everything handed to our protagonist. We want our protagonist to earn a happy or fulfilling ending. In a revision or while plotting out your story, think of the happy ending you want for your character. Then create an ending in which everything bad that could happen happens. Instead of slaying the dragon eats the protagonist. Instead of winning the big game, your protagonist loses. Why? Because you write an ending that comes from every action from the beginning onward. A protagonist drives the plot, and the ending will feel muted and lacking if the ending just gives the protagonist what we want them to have, or if the ending happens because the protagonist uses a tactic from skills we never saw. Here's the thing, if you want your ending to be happy, or leave your audiences with hope, but the bad ending fits the rest of the story better, then you have to revise from the beginning. Second, use the Betrayal Exercise. Nobel laureate Harold Pinter wrote a play in 1978 called Betrayal. The play begins with the present, the ending, and the plot works in reverse chronology. The first scene starts in 1977, and the final scene ends in 1968, chronicling a 9-year love affair. Use this exercise to further determine causality. It also helps you determine what the new present of the character is. Write out what you imagine your protagonist to be like after a disruption to their life, after they survived, after they accomplished or endured. Then work backwards in reverse chronology, discovering how that character in point B tethers to themselves in point A, and how different they were at the beginning before the disruption that happens to their life throughout the story. And third, write a happily ever after epilogue. Delivering a fulfilling ending can mean connecting your reader to the power of your character achieving their goal and overcoming an obstacle. To understand what that looks like, imagine what happily ever after would be for your character protagonist. This is what we call denouement. Your protagonist starts at point A, ends at point B. When we start a plot at point A, we're writing out what normal or routine looks like for the protagonist, the exposition. So after they reach point B, after everything they endured and fought for, what does point B normal look like? Write out what that new normal looks like during the span of time without conflict, without fuss. What makes the protagonist happy or fulfilled? What makes them feel stable after their journey and after their struggle?